work on their lunch break to watch this video of this beautiful Liberty plan. A couple things, kind of housekeeping items, or to make this the most use of everybody's time. I do have a chat and a Q&A, so if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to put your questions in either Q&A and chat. I do check those along the way here. I'll be kind of going room by room, discussing some of the finishes, the upgrades, the exterior elevation, kind of our product and all that good stuff. So there'll be a significant amount of information. I usually go through the video a couple times to give you the opportunity to see the home a couple times, as I do discuss a lot of different things. Typically I go over home cost, land cost, site development expenses, financing. I try to cover a lot of information in these videos to make them as helpful as possible for you. So again, appreciate you taking the opportunity to watch the video today. With that being said, can everybody see my full screen? So you should see the house entirely, the front elevation and with the covered porch there. All right, good deal. Looks like we are good to go. So we're going to get rocking and rolling here. So this is our Liberty Craftsman exterior elevation. The door opened too fast for me. So here we've got our Craftsman exterior. You've got cedar shake in the gables. The corbels are also cedar. You can stain those. So this homeowner had those stained. And then you've got the big 6x6 posts wrapped around that whole patio cover section there. And you'll see under the soffit, so underneath the patio, you're also going to see that's also wood. So very nice, good quality front entry, really inviting. And then you walk, that's a standard Craftsman door. So it's got 3 window panes there. This comes paint or stain grade. So kind of whichever way you want to go. These folks have opted to paint their front door. Walk into this home, they did do the 9-foot ceiling option. We're going to scroll over to the left side here, which is the utility room with beautiful granite countertops, 6-inch backsplash, and naughty all their cabinets. The grids are standard. You can get this Craftsman exterior elevation home without grids. I've had a lot of people ask that over time, so just be aware of that. This den here typically comes with doors there. Sometimes people choose to do a barn door or a different kind of door at a later date. This is your standard half bath. Comes with a pedestal sink, the toilet, and the toilet's important in the half bath, and comes with a mirror there. You got the staircase on the right side there. One of my favorite items of this kitchen is, number one, you can take a look and see how much cabinetry space there is. I love the setup and the design. You've got the sink inside the island. So as you're entertaining folks that are in your dining room or out in your great room, you're able to chat, fellowship, have a great time. You'll see we went ahead and did the full height backsplash in this kitchen. So it's that really nice slate. It's a really great color. These bars are an upgrade that are on all of the cabinets. They also did the gourmet kitchen layout, which is it's a couple different setups. Sometimes people do the double oven in the wall because they don't want a microwave. Sometimes they have a microwave above an oven in the wall, and then they have another oven where the cooktop is as well. So you can get that layout a couple different ways. I have had some customers also want cabinets all the way to the ceiling. So we also do have those options and those customizations available. This beam right here, as you know, it is standard in that specific plan that there is a beam there. So this one is left to where the clients can go ahead and stain it and give that rough sawn timber look to the home. They do have engineered hardwoods on the floor. So as you can see, we got the cooktop over here, no micro. We just have you could do this a couple different ways. You can do a different style of moves too fast for me sometimes. You could do a different style of hood. Sometimes people don't want a cabinet with a microwave or a cabinet with a exhaust fan above that. This right here is a wood stove. So you can actually see the wood being burnt and all that good stuff. Full height masonry work, looks phenomenal. I absolutely love that look. A lot of people ask about that half wall. It's about a 4-foot wall. That has to stay because they did an extension on this great room to give some additional space in the great room and dining area. So that wall is structural and is needed for the home. We'll keep on going through here. You can still see the gourmet kitchen. Lots of cabinets as well. Dishwashers inside the island. Plenty of seating space at the island. Just love all the seating space right in front of the fireplace. Huge mantle and hearth. I kind of like that little separating 4-foot wall, you know, because you got your dining space and then you got your great room as well. So it gives some functionability and a little bit of space there. So we're going to go down the hallway here. We did a little something special here on this house. So this house does have an optional pantry. What we did is we actually made it a larger pantry instead of the standard selection because this does have a bump out in the garage for a 4-foot shop space. What we did is we made the pantry significantly larger, and then the walk-in closet takes up the other space as well. So there isn't the shop space in the garage, but you know, this is really awesome because it's a huge pantry. So as you can see, it's definitely awesome. Plenty of space in there. Can surely put a microwave in there, fridge, extra fridge, stuff like that. We're going to wrap around here. That's our standard light fixture up there, which is brushed nickel. These are standard fixtures as well, brushed nickel. Undermount sinks, which are the rectangle ones. Here's the soaker tub. So when you do the master bath upgrade, that's the soaker tub that comes with it. So let me back up real quick so I can do a little pause here. So it's going to have a fiberglass surround. You know, you could, you know, do an option for, you know, a tile surround above that as well. We have several different tub options. So kind of, you know, this is just kind of the standard with that upgrade, but you definitely have a lot of options outside of that. Beautiful tile shower with soap niches. And it also had a sitting bench in there as well. Here's the primary suite. So I love how they added some additional windows. Brings in tons of natural light into that bedroom. Window coverings do not come with any of our homes. So that's something that you would do after construction to have that done. They're still working on completing the primary suites closet there, but definitely a huge closet, plenty of space to store everything you need to store in there. Love having the master on the main. That's one of the biggest features of this home is master on the main. And then you got the additional bedrooms upstairs. Love the 2 windows down here. Just brings in some additional lighting. A fireplace is a huge statement piece in this home. Standard comes squared off corners. You can also do rounded corners on the drywall. A little bit of patching and touch up before final paint. Carpet is going to be a standard option on the stairs. The trim work they did is they did full wrap windows and doors. So you'll see there's a sill and apron and full wrap around all the windows. They did a slightly modified plan here. So they did a huge bonus section. So they got rid of an additional bedroom. They're going to do a patio off of the second story there. So it's got tremendous views. So it's a great opportunity. This is something we do offer that you can take advantage of. All steps, decks, driveways, patios, things like that are all owner to do's. So those are part of our sweat equity program. And then central AC and heat pump from American Standard is standard in our base price of our home. We're going to go into one of the bedrooms here. So decent sized bedrooms. And then they did doors that open up here into the closets. So they're kind of a walk-in closet. Again, I've seen people do barn doors or other options for the closets or pocket doors, things like that, just to relieve space. So then you're not opening your door into your closet and not being able to utilize all the space that you'd like to use. Gonna head into the bathroom here. So this is a secondary bathroom. So tile on the floor is what they opted for, with granite countertops, tub shower combo. That's going to be a standard in all of our homes. So that's what comes in the base price of the home. It's 6-inch backsplash with granite countertops. You can opt for dual vanity, so dual sinks inside that bathroom. So that is an option that you can opt for. Here's the additional bedroom upstairs. They went ahead and went just with the standard slider for the closet door. Again, I mentioned early on about the grids. Those are, items that, if you have a view or something like that, you may or may not, want the grids inside of your windows. Some people like it with the Craftsman exterior elevation. So that's our back cover patio option. So as you'll notice, nothing's completed yet as far as any of the concrete work or anything like that, as that is an owner to do. So we have subs and subcontractors that we work with to help and support through those kinds of items. Adair is responsible for the foundation of finish of the home. Okay. So anything outside of that. So I'll just go through these items: excavation, utility trenching, steps, decks, driveways, patios. So I'm not talking about the covered patio, that's all Adair, but we're talking about everything that's on the ground. Okay. So if you did concrete, pavers, any of those kinds of items, exterior and interior paint. You also have permits, septic, well, any of those kinds of items. We do have subcontractor support from. So really, when you're looking at total cost project, what we do is we kind of have a process. We send out our superintendent out on a site visit to walk the lot, talk about home placement with you, discuss expenses. Power a lot of times is one of the largest expenses depending on your lot. If you're on an outside city limit lot, a lot of times, the power can run 10, 15 grand. Most lots like this, if you're 200-300 feet away from the road, and you need well, septic, permits, all that kind of stuff, it all vary by location. So please don't quote these exact, but you're going to be between 80 and 120,000 on site development. I'd rather budget people higher than real skimmed, because we really like to make sure our clients are able to finish their entire project and their entire home, so that they can showcase it to their friends and family and enjoy it for sure. So this one's outside of city limits, so they don't require a driveway to close on the home. So I just absolutely love this exterior elevation, the Craftsman exterior. just super classy home. Let me grab some questions here. So I'm going to stop. I will replay the video again, but I'll just answer some questions here. Yeah. So, so interior and exterior paint is not included in the base price of the home. Okay. So we do have an option where Adair can paint your home for you. So that's an option. Or sometimes people know people that are in trades that want to paint interior and exterior, or sometimes customers want to paint the interior and exterior. So those are all options for our customers. Any other questions that we've got here? Before I scroll through a second time, is there anything that you have particular questions on at all? All right, looks like we have some crickets. So we will move on to the video again. So what I'm going to talk about here during this next walkthrough of the home, we do partner with Adair Financial Services. That's our internal bank. What's pretty exciting is there's been some loan limit changes. And so we're currently at $625,000 for a conventional finance loan. Okay. Things that can be included in your financing can be the land, the site development, and the home with all the upgrades. So those are items that can be included in the entire cost of the home. So we're able to bundle all those costs, so that way you have your all-in budget and you know exactly what you're looking at. Yeah, I will pause on the fireplace for you, not a problem. Some of the other kind of finishes a lot of people ask for would be, like pull-out drawers, pull-out cabinets, things of that nature. Those are all things that we can achieve. Let me pause on that there. So there's the fireplace there. Let me grab some questions here. They extended it 4 feet as far as the great room dining. Cost of upgrades on a home like this, you're really going to be anywhere between about $85,000 to $100,000. And that's going to be all top end finishes throughout the whole entire home. So it's a huge fireplace. And a lot of times, when you look at it, there's a lot of work and a lot of labor that goes into building that fireplace and building the whole entire home. So let me continue this video here for you guys. Hopefully that helped on the upgrade cost for you. Some of the upgrades, that people like is black exterior windows. We do offer black exterior windows, but there is no black interior option. So they would be white on the interior, black on the exterior. They are casement windows. What that means, if you're not familiar with a casement window, they are crank windows. They do have screens. They're pretty sweet. I've seen them on a couple of houses that we've completed here in Central Oregon. I really enjoy them. They let a lot of nice air in, keeps it breezy. Again, you'll see the giant pantry here. So I always tell clients, we have 3 different options when it comes to building a home with Adair. We've got our standard base home with customization. So we did that option with this house. So there wasn't enough structural modifications that would change this home to be what we call a highly modified Adair. A highly modified Adair plan What that is pretty much you shake out the whole interior innards of it, and you're making, structural wall changes, doing a significant amount of changes that would, let me pause this real quick. A significant amount of changes that are associated with the actual house footprint, extending one wall, 6 feet, extending the front 5 feet, doing a significant amount of structural changes that are going to actually change quite a bit of the makeup of the home. Typically, if you're going to do something like that, we try to find a plan that's more suitable, maybe. Kind of the sibling of this plan is the Ashland. So that one's very similar to this one, but it has a dual master suite option. So other than that, the house is pretty similar to this house that we're going through today. Just wanted to show you right here on this wall, you see that little panel there. They do have heated tile floors in this primary suite. So that is an option that we're able to provide to our customers. So it's pretty sweet. Shelving the pantry, yeah, that's the standard shelving that's in there. And so the third kind of home, so we kind of went over the modified Adair plan, right? So the cost of that is $1,000 for a highly modified Adair plan, and then if you go full custom, you're going to be looking at $5,000. Okay, and that's all the engineering and everything associated with bringing us a plan, for example. So if you're browsing online and you're like, "Gosh, I love this plan," usually we try to fit it within one of our plans. We have been building since 1969, and we're a very custom builder, on your lot builder that can really customize a home to your needs. So you have the custom route, and so we have built some straight customs that aren't Adair plans. Those typically are going to have a margin on them. Very difficult to be able to give a price. And as a matter of fact, I won't be able to give you a price because every build zone, every area has different costs. So if you look at the Valley, for example, their price per square foot might be less than over here in Central Oregon. So it's really hard to be able to pinpoint a cost. But I would definitely encourage you to sit down with a homeownership counselor such as myself. Go into a branch closest to you or closest to your build area where you're planning on building. Set up a consultation. That way we can walk you through the entire process. So we have 6 steps to success when it comes to your build project. So we'll be going through that process with you. We do fill out your permit pack, get everything dialed in for you for the city or the county. We're just here. We got great processes in place. We've got, you start with a homeownership counselor such as myself. We go through all the pricing, go through all the customizations and modifications of the home. After your home contract is accepted, you then move into what we call our pre-construction phase. Their job is to help you, walk you through every step to get your house, to get the land ready for your home to start construction. So they help with the site development, discussing HOA, discussing pretty much everything that you're going to need on site to ensure that you have a successful build project. In addition to that, I help gather bids, or I give you guys some contacts of local vendors that we use so we can kind of price out your total cost when it comes to all the site development. So excavation, utility, trenching, steps, decks, driveways, patios, you name it, paint, whatever you need. We're able to bid those out and be able to give you some pricing on that, so it can help you make a decision as far as overall cost and what the best floor plan, what the best house is. If you're like, hey, I'm just in the beginning stage, not a problem. The best thing you can do is meet with somebody so you can kind of get a general idea of your area and what the cost would be, and see if Adair would be a good fit for you. So that's one thing that I would really encourage. Definitely get pre-approved through Adair Financial Services. So then we know what kind of budget we're working in. And then once you put an offer in on land, we do what you call a complimentary site inspection, which I mentioned that in the beginning. We're really blessed here in Central Oregon. Our superintendent's been around for 35 years in the construction world. So he does a great job walking you through step by step of the process and everything that's kind of entailed from foundation to finish. So those are kind of the key components there for you. Let's see. Yeah, you could, yeah, we can do shelving inside the closets. That's not a problem. Again, we are, you know, a semi-custom / custom home builder. You know, we do have some clients that are like perfectly satisfied with a lot of our standard finishes. We have people that want upgraded finishes, and then we have people that want, you know, super high-end finishes, you know, that are $400,000 to $500,000 in upgrades in a house. So we serve a wide range of clients, and everybody gets the same Adair love. So we're all about your experience and making sure that you have the tools you need to be successful. So again, this is the Liberty plan, 2659 square feet, 2-story, master on the main. I'm just playing the video one more time for you guys. If you want me to stop at any section so you can see something, don't hesitate to let me know. It's also going to be on our YouTube page. So as soon as I complete this process here today, it'll go into our YouTube, and then you're able to watch additional videos of other homes that we've completed. Typically, I do about 1 to 2 up to 3 open houses a month. So kind of gives you some ideas and different finishes, kind of the quality of our homes, the construction and craftsmanship of our homes as well. So if you have questions about, hey, what's the closest build area to you? We have a phenomenal online team. So if you go to the Adair Homes website, it's going to pop up in the right corner. Hey, how can we help you? Just go ahead and click on that. Let them know what area you're looking to build in or what kinds of questions you have. They do a great job kind of sourcing and helping you get connected with somebody that can help support you with the process and answer any questions you may have. In addition, they'd be able to discuss more in depthly some of the process for that specific area. And then they'll schedule an appointment with somebody like myself to really go through all the nuts and bolts of the build process and make sure that you're set up for a successful build. So I think that's going to do it for today, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video of this 2659 square foot home. Again, my name is Joe Zamko. I'm here in the Central Oregon branch. I'd love to help build your dream home for you. Let's see if there's any other questions. Adair able to build in the Southwest Arizona. Yeah, that like I mentioned, you may just want to connect with somebody that's through our online team. So then that way they can connect you with the proper team to discuss your build options there. So hopefully that's helpful for you if you just pop on the Adair website. The post has to be there. Yeah, so that post has to be there. I have seen some different ways that it's been customized. So I would definitely speak with a homeownership counselor such as myself to kind of go over that and see what options there are available. So sometimes there are options structurally that can change and that may work better. But that's something that you'd have to meet with one of us about to discuss the structural components and options for that. So again, thanks so much for your guys' time. I really appreciate it. Again, don't hesitate to reach out to the online team, adairhomes.com. In addition to that, get connected with us. We'd love the opportunity to help you. Right now, I mean, land prices, there's some great deals out there. So we'd love to help support you and build your dream home. So thanks again for your time and your consideration, and hope everybody has a great day.